Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Holly. Today I'm going to be memory planning in my Erin Condren, and the kit I'm going to be using is this amazing kit from Coffee Monsterz Co. I will talk about why this kit is like extra special to me when I get into the voiceover. So I'm going to go ahead and just dive right in to doing my little memory planning here. Okay, so going ahead and getting started with the bottom washi. So this part is kind of like the boring part. I'm going to use Simply Gilded washi that you can see there, and then everything else I'll try to mention as I go along. And I'm going super fast now, but I'll slow it down once I get to the actual kind of back planning. So anyways, like I said, this kit was so important to me because, well, number one, when it originally came out, it was a freebie sampler that Helen did for, I think, Black Friday. And I was like, Helen, you have to turn this into a full kit because it was like pizza and love themed. And so if you watch my Instagram stories, you may know that my husband is like obsessed with making pizza. I got him a backyard pizza oven for his 30th birthday, and so he makes like really good homemade pizza all the time. So like this kit just the theme immediately made me think of him, like love and pizza themed. So Helen ended up making it into a kit, and of course Dan also loves Coffee Monsterz Co. He loves like the little characters. He calls them Coffee Monsters, which is hilarious. And then when the kit came out, Helen had also incorporated the donut boxes. You'll see that there's like some boxes that have like right there on Saturday, like my true love, and it has donuts. So Dan kind of made it his personal mission to like do donuts as well for that week. I was like, you know, Dan, she put in like it's a pizza kit, but there's also donuts, and he's made donuts before, so he also ended up making donuts for the week just like based on this kit. So I just thought that was like such fun. And then he also did like a card from Sarita, so I decided that was like the Wednesday box. He got me flowers and chocolates like in the Thursday box. Obviously he made pizza like in the Sunday box. It was just really funny. The only thing he didn't do, I was like, Dan, you need to get me a balloon if you like want to match the kit. There was no balloon. I was kidding, but like it was just really sweet, and like I don't know, it just made it like extra special feels for a Valentine's Day kit. So anyway, I'm getting started with the back planning. By the way, those headers that I used on top of the full boxes are from SADIE stickers. They were like a little $2 Tuesday sampler, and I got 4 of them because each one had 2 different headers on it, if that makes sense. And then 4 times 2 is 8. So I had enough for the week. So anyways, on Monday, first up, I used a little heart icon from The Giving Girl to mark down that I was up early for yoga, but I got there and it had been canceled like late the night before. And I was so mad because I got up at like the butt crack of dawn. So anyways, since I was up, I did some editing, which I marked down with that little Coffee Monsterz Co edit sticker. And then that day I worked from home. So I marked that on a little quarter box with a Coffee Monsterz little emoji laptop. I'm going to stop saying Coffee Monsterz because they're all going to be emojis in this kit because I stuck to just emojis since obviously it's Coffee Monsterz Co kit. So then because I missed the morning one, or it was canceled, I went to yoga at my lunchtime. So I marked that down on a half box. And then that night I ended up kind of chilling out and taking a bath and doing a face mask. So I'm going to mark that down with another emoji. And that's a little, I don't know if you can tell, it's like a little Lush like bath bomb. And it looks like the comforter, which is one of my favorites. And I think I might have actually used part of a comforter that night. So that was perfect. I am sticking a little divider in there just to kind of, I don't know, because I did the bath like way later at night. And that little bow divider is from The Giving Girl. It has some foil on it, which you might not be able to tell. Then on to Tuesday morning, I went to Zengo, and that is a spin class. I do that via ClassPass, and I've really been enjoying doing a little bit more variety in my workouts. So that was perfect. And then that sneaker icon is from Magic Prince Co. It's foiled, but you kind of can't tell. And then that day I worked from home again, and I am going to take a flag sticker, and the one I have in this video is Clever Gal Crafts. It doesn't look as bad on camera, but in real life I ended up deciding it looked a little too green, whereas the color in the Coffee Monsterz Co was really more mint or blue. So I ended up switching that out after the video was over, but yeah, so that's in my photo on Instagram. And then I used a little strip of the emoji washi, so you could buy that to coordinate with the kit, and it's so cute. Kind of just as decorative washi. I didn't do the kind of 3 header format for this week. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. It just depends on what I'm feeling. But I still like to cover those lines if possible. I don't know why, because it's like sometimes I'm fine with them, sometimes I'm not, but covered them up. So anyways, and then that night I did go into the city and had a happy hour with some of my old coworkers at my old job. And that happy hour script is from Paper and Milk. And that little, I don't know if you could tell, it's a little emoji sticker sitting in a martini glass, which I thought was so funny. I had a margarita, not a martini glass, or not a martini, but that's okay. And then on to Wednesday morning, I went to Starbucks. So I took a little coffee sticker. I think that might have come with the kit. I forget. And then that was the day that I went to my office that is further away. So for the most part, I work from home, but I do typically 1, maybe 2 days a week, I go to an office that's like an hour away. And then sometimes I work in DC too. But this day I was driving, so I marked that down on one of those little Post-its. That was something else that kind of came in coordinating colors with the kit. So I just thought that was really fun, kind of like a cute way to do that. And then I was taking a skinny piece of washi just to fill in some of the kind of space there. And I think I'm going to take a Nikki Plans little squiggle underneath or like next to the coffee, but I might have done that after the video. And then that night, I didn't do like a great job this week. So people ask me, how do I remember everything that I do? I typically write it down as I go. So I'm always like, I'm obviously, when you guys see this video, it's going to be like a month after this week actually happened. I'm always like 2 to 4 weeks behind in my memory keeping, which is fine, but I have to write things down as I go. This week, for some reason, I wasn't as good with it. So you'll see my plans are kind of light. So I just wrote like lazy night because I don't really think I did much. I just kind of looked at my phone. So I put that on a little half box and then used some washi to fill in some space. But yeah, typically I try to write it down as I go. Otherwise I do tend to forget. And I just do it on like a little, I have like a weekly pad from Hello Petite paper, or I'll put it in my bullet journal, just kind of depends. But I try to do that. Oh, and then that little squiggle back on Wednesday was from Rose Colored Days, and it was a collab with the Planner Sophisticate. And then on to Thursday morning, I went to yoga again. So I'm taking a little quarter label from the kit, and anytime, this is how I plan even off camera too. As I'm going through, I typically don't write down until the end, unless it's like next to the coil. So I don't know why. I could, like when I'm planning on my own, I guess I could kind of write as I go, but I like to just do it all at the end. But when it's next to the coil, you got to write on those stickers first, because otherwise it's a pain in the butt. And then I'm taking a little emoji yoga sticker and to mark down that early morning yoga class. And then of course that was actually Valentine's Day. So I am going to mark it down in a second with a little, I have a holiday sheet from Coffee Monsterz Co. So of course I had to bring that in, and that little box was perfect because it kind of had an open space for that. And then I wanted to mark down that Dan got me some chocolates and flowers, which is so sweet. He gets me like these really, really nice like artisan chocolates. I look forward to them all year. And they're so tasty. I had picked him up a mug and some pins at the Nintendo store when I had been in New York for work like a week or two prior. And then I also got us both new Starbucks cups. He had seen a cup that he really liked, and I really wanted the pink like rose gold one that's been going around. It's kind of sparkly. So I got him it's like a deep navy tealish color, and I got mine for myself. Happy Valentine's Day to me. And then Dan was like, I need time to like set everything up. So I went to a coffee shop to work for a while. So those two things were kind of out of order because I got the chocolates and flowers like when I came back. But it was, yeah, I worked from like it's actually like a brewery / like coffee space. It's really cool. So hung out there, although it was kind of noisy since it was Valentine's Day for the morning. And then that night, Dan made us homemade pizza. So that pizza night sticker is from Coffee Monsterz Co. That script. And it was delicious as always. So that was very fun. And then on Friday, I'm putting the icon in at the bottom of the day first for some reason. And I just used like a little emoji kind of, it has like a little book in the icon just to mark down that I did some planner catch up that night, some back planning, or memory keeping rather. And then on Friday, I did work from home because we had a date night after work. So I wanted to already be home, and I'm just marking that down on a flag, and again with a little laptop sticker to mark that. And then that night we went to our traditional, every year we go to this unlimited hummus happy hour. It's like such a strange, random, specific to us tradition, but it's at Lebanese Taverna if you're in the DC area. And they do unlimited hummus for like $7, and the drinks are pretty affordable too. So we got there pretty early. We went through like 3 bowls of hummus. It was amazing. I divided the two, like the
top section from the happy hour using another one of those Giving Girl little bow strips. If there's like a lot of time that passes between two events, sometimes I like to put it a divider. I don't know if that makes any sense, but anyways, it was a fun little date night, and then we kind of walked around the mall after that. So I'm taking the little date night heart from Coffee Monsterz, obviously, and the little girl that's like all dressed up because I did wear a dress, so I thought that was cute. And then, yeah, like I said, we did some browsing at the mall after that, so I marked that down. There's like, it's in the one we go to if you're in the DC area is in Tyson's, and it's in Tyson's 2, which is like the fancy mall, so it's like fun to walk around and like see the fancy stores. And Dan really likes the Sur La Table, of course, because he likes all things cooking, so that was fun. And then on to Saturday. So Saturday morning I went to Solid Core, which is another kind of fun workout I've been trying with ClassPass. It's really hard. It's like really, really hard, but I really like it. And so I am covering up the cute, there was a really cute emoji on the full box, or on the half box rather, but I wanted to cover it up with a little kind of yoga mat sticker. And then after that, I went to Target and grabbed lunch at Sweet Green, just kind of my treat to myself for getting up and going to work out. And then later that day, we went to Wegmans. So I took a little heart foiled icon from the Giving Girl on top of a quarter box. And I did a little bit of planning and filming that evening. And so I marked that down with a little Coffee Monsterz Co. kind of doodle notebook. And then finally, that was the night that Dan made donuts, and they were amazing. So I'm taking that donut sticker that's like a really old freebie sampler from Little Miss Papery, and layering it with like the little like eating donuts emoji. I think that's so cute, just to mark down that Dan made donuts, and they were really, really good. They were better than the first time he made them because he did the butter correctly, I think. But yeah, really tasty. And then on to Sunday. So Sunday morning, I went on a long walk with Sarita first thing. So have a cute little dog walking emoji to mark that down. And then I did film one more video that day. So I grabbed an emoji for that. I think those are like older ones. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but they're like thinner lines. And I think that's what like the OG emojis used to look like. And then honestly, I got kind of lazy. And so for everything for the rest of the day, I just put it on a list. I didn't like the way that little laundry thing looked there, so I will probably remove it. Oh, and then there is a squiggle from Nikki Plans. It's Nikki Plans' squiggle from Rose Colored Days, just to fill in a little bit of space there. But yeah, I was feeling super lazy, so I just made it into a list. But the list has an emoji on it, so it's pretty cute. So that is, oh no, one more thing. I'm going to add the weekend banner. And I loved how this looked up here. The weekend banner is kind of straight across, so it actually worked really well, especially since I didn't use date covers. But that is pretty much it for the spread. Sorry it's a little late, but like I said, memory keeping problems. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!